Today's tutorial will be what I'm calling a vintage tropical. Hi, I'm Christine. I'm the owner and creator with Lulu Ladybug Creations. Y'all be sure to subscribe and tap that bell to get notified of any upcoming videos that I have for you. And follow me across all 3 platforms at Lulu Ladybug Creations. And I do hope you enjoy the beauty of handmade. So today's tutorial is going to be starting off with the Tumbler 20-ounce Hoggdle tumbler that I've already spray painted. And we're going to use the epoxy method to add our glitters. Now, all the supplies that I used for this tumbler will be listed down in the description below. Now, we're going to use a thin coat of epoxy. I'm using Alumilite Amazing Quick Coat Epoxy. And I do have everything linked in the description. You want to make sure that you get the handle covered with epoxy as well. And since we're using fine glitter, we don't need a thick coat of epoxy. But what I did was use this torch. I'm getting ahead of myself. Use this torch to pop any bubbles that may show up, and you don't want to get any fish eyes or anything, which is why you use the torch. So this glitter is a microfine gold glitter that I got from Amazon. We're actually going to try to ombre it onto the tumbler. So we're going to get our foundation on this tumbler placed first. So what I did was I went heavy in the middle of that's color matching spray paint. And then we're going to lightly lightly coat it out. I'm a little tongue twisted here this morning, sorry. With this gold, because then now what we're going to do is go in with a lime, extra fine lime color that I got from Hobby Lobby. And again, we're going to start off heavy in the middle, set our foundation, and then blend it out toward the gold. Now, we're going to do this for all sides of this tumbler. What I end up doing is going back over with the gold, but we want to make sure that we get every part of that handle with the lime green before we go out into blending it into the gold. All right, so what I'm going to do here is double check my handle. There was a few spaces that I missed with the glitter, so I'm kind of softening down the handle edges so that I don't have to file too much on that edge of the handle. But we're going to go over a little bit more of the areas that I missed with the glitter. Again, I did soften down the edges of the handle with my glove finger, just to make sure I don't have to file too much down onto those edges. But I did get a new parchment paper. The other one had a little bit of epoxy, so I got a new one. But here we are. We're going over again with the gold, and we're going to blend it again, making sure it's into the green really well. Okay, so what I'll do after I place all this glitter, I'll let it dry for about 3 hours, I think is what I did. but then we'll go in with a coat of epoxy. And what I did was I used 2 coats of epoxy. I sanded it down really well. And I printed this image onto sticker paper, vinyl sticker paper. And now what I wanted to do was place it over the handle, but I didn't know how I was going to get the handle through the vinyl. So what I ended up doing was trimming off the edge of that handle. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my Cricut cutter. And I'm just going to, instead of going over the handle, I'm going to go around the handle with this vinyl. So it's going to end up leaving, spaces where I would have gone over the tumbler handle. And what I should have done was I should have cut down the vinyl because I left it the size width and I covered up more of the ombre glitter than what I wanted to do. And I guess it's fine, but it just changed up my idea of what I wanted for this tumbler. So we're going to use an edge cutter and we're going to trim off the bottom portion of that vinyl. And again, we're going to measure the cut of the inside of the handle. I was trying not to leave a space from the vinyl, but stuff happens, right? So we're going to go ahead and measure off the middle portion of the tumbler handle, get that cut off from the vinyl, and we're going to place it evenly with the bottom portion of the vinyl that we just placed down. Again, this is going to leave a space in between the cuts of the vinyl, which is fine because what I'm doing is I'm going for the look of quilted pattern also. And this top portion, it didn't fit on the cutter. So what I'm going to end up doing is cutting it with the scissors, which is fine because I end up using the edge trimmer to trim the edge of that vinyl. So those spaces in between, I thought about using this excess to cover it. And I said, you know what? No, we'll just go ahead and leave it open so that you can at least see the ombre in between. So I did cut these images out from Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to randomly place them all over the tumbler, not in any particular order. Again, what I'm doing is I'm trying to go for that quilted pattern look because what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up placing a coat of epoxy over all this. And then I'm going to use my Posca marker to make the quilted pattern around those images. Now, I'm not going to show you the ending part of how I made this tumbler with the Posca marker marks, because what I ended up doing was I ended up finishing this tutorial on TikTok Live. Now, if y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all will see the finishing of this tumbler on TikTok Live. So I do apologize. I did want to show y'all how I ended it here on YouTube. But I ended up doing it live, finishing this tumbler live on TikTok. Y'all be sure to go follow me on TikTok. I'm at Lulu Ladybug Creations there as well. As far as YouTube, this tumbler is done. So I'm going to come back in with this photo. of the completed tumbler. Came out really, really pretty. If y'all can see the markings I did around those images to make it look like a quilted pattern. So yeah, this tumbler is done. I did add some foils with tack it over and over in little areas. I did cut out some leaves, tropical leaves, using gold cricket vinyl. And y'all can see that there as well. I did add that as well. Yeah, this tumbler is really, really cute. And I do hope y'all saw the live on TikTok. Again, this tumbler is done. I did add my logo down at the bottom. So yeah, if y'all do have any comments, please leave them below. Suggestions as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your followers. You can find me on Patreon. I'm very new there. I also do have an Amazon wish list down in the description below. I do want to thank you for watching. Bye.